Hi, welcome to 20 Ways to Die. I'm Andre, the player behind Li Balong, and unfortunately, due to some work issues, I wasn't able to make today's session. The way we've been doing that in our game before we started recording, and the way we'll continue going forward, is if one player is missing, we'll try to find an in game reason for them to not be present. If we're in the middle of a fight already or a dungeon or something where they can't just disappear, we'll have one of the other players play them as an NPC, but we'll try to minimize their involvement. If two or more players are missing, we'll always reschedule, do our best to maintain a steady schedule for everybody, though. So, hope you enjoy what you're hearing so far. If you do, you know what to do. Give us that 5-star rating on iTunes, subscribe, tell a friend. Also, be sure to check us out, 20waystoDie.com. You can find links to our social media, give us a follow, and hit us up, say hello. Anyway, on with today's episode. Previously on 20 Ways to Die.
Although he's obviously been beaten and downtrodden, he still holds his head high with pride and pushed forward as Captain Othelstan. Cyclonius, take him into the cavern, the one where no light reaches. Blagothkus comes like pounding down the stairs. He's like, "Where's Esclarota? What happened? Where is my wife? Her spirit is no longer in this castle. We cannot move without her."
I talked to her. Look, she is going to go avenge your children.
So, when last we left, you guys had procured the tavern from Parnas from the treacherous innkeeper, and also Gundane the wheelwright decided he was done with this town and wanted to offer his services as a blacksmith and wheelwright to you guys and to the castle. Upon returning to Skyreach Castle, which is parked at Parnas, Blagothkus came to you and said that he couldn't move the castle because the spirit of his wife Esclarota, who runs the castle, somehow has vanished. And that's when we left you guys, when he was imploring Grimmeth to move the castle, possibly with his magic or something else. So,
and right before that, Blagothkus found Captain Othelstan.
Ah, yes.
And we interrogated him, and some red wizard was trying to contact him.
Yep.
While Grimmeth was mind reading.
That's right. So Othelstan, he was like taken away. Blagothkus told him to take him away into, he said like some crumbling tower or something like that. I think last time was just like a dark room, but he was like, take him to the crumbling tower. And you guys remember Captain Othelstan face go pale, and he was not happy about being in solitary there.
Should probably put a guard over him to make sure he doesn't commit suicide.
Well, if we chain him up, that should be enough.
Yeah, they got. He has ogres as his guards. So Blagothkus turns to you, Grimmeth, and he says, "Yes, you are a wizard, are you not?
I am.
Are you
He's
powerful
the best
enough
wizard.
to move this castle?"
I'm afraid that is not part of my repertoire.
This
I don't
is
know any
strange.
sort of transmutation or levitation spells.
And you, the bard, you say you have not seen my wife in the other world?
You know, I didn't see her, but we know that she's gonna go save her kids because we talked to her before that. You remember seeing her?
Yes, I felt almost like I could feel her spirit leaving the castle when we landed at Parnas, but I didn't think it was possible. I thought her spirit was bound to this place, but perhaps if we are close.
She made a promise to you.
Yes.
And to me, and she's fulfilling her end of the promise. There's nothing we need to worry about.
And what is this promise? To get revenge?
She's gonna go take care of your kids. She's gonna go get them. She's gonna go take care of them.
But does that mean that perhaps they perish nearby?
So I talked to the Dragonborn lady. She said,
Resmere.
Yeah, Resmere.
We talked. I know. We talked to Resmere right before I killed her. I talked to her. She said that they were holding your kids and that they were murdered. So it's my assumption if they're not here, they're close. Your wife felt them, and she went to go get them.
Well, we must aid her then. If there's any way we can put my children's spirits to rest, then perhaps Esclarota will return to the castle and allow us to move this thing. Without her, I fear that this castle is useless and merely a fortification like every other castle or fort that the humans build.
No, you're right. You're right, and we can help her. Have we searched the
castle
castle for the kids?
I would assume that their bodies are not in the castle.
No, they were not. They were taken away from us. But it was in this area, I believe, and I don't know if perhaps they were held captive nearby. But if my wife was able to release her spirit long enough to go search for them, then it must be close.
Okay, so what's the plan, guys? You want to go look around?
Well, we're not leaving anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, the only person who I can think of to ask for information about this would be Talus. But she claimed not to know.
Yeah,
She claimed not to know, but she would know the region. She's the local authority.
Well, yes, her could be a resource, and even the filthy Captain Othelstan, who we just took away, he might know as well. He was Resmir's steward for this castle while they had control.
Ah, now that is useful.
If you want to question him more, we took him to the crumbling tower, where no light shines. It has been unoccupied for centuries.
Well, let's go talk to him.
Sounds good.
All right, let's go down to the crumbling castle. Does anybody have a light source?
Snap my
Yes.
fingers and cast light on
That works.
Floristan's loot. Why not?
Hell yeah!
Floristan's loot is now glowing blue.
Your loot,
Florestan is unsurprised.
loot spelled Lute. I was like, his loot? What did he loot?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
yes.
I was thinking the same thing.
Mute.
I start down the
Flute.
castle while singing a song and strumming my lute.
Is that really the appropriate atmosphere for this situation, Florestan?
Oh, when the saints, oh, when the saints, oh, when the saints go marching.
Apparently, he thinks it is.
I was
And
trying
here we
to.
go to the tower.
Yeah,
And I don't know what
I'll
else
skip
to
along
say.
with them.
So in the Skyreach Castle in the upper courtyard, around the back where the ogre barracks and some of the other large giant-sized rooms are, there's a tunnel, a winding tunnel that leads up towards the higher reaches of the castle in the mountain. You see that the ogres are standing at the base of the tower, and they're looking at you as you come around the corner. The ancient tower it almost looks like it's crumbling. The windows are all sealed shut with ice, and you can see cracks have formed in the walls and rooftop.
Hence the name, presumably.
Yeah. There is a balcony on one side. It's about 75 feet high on the tower base, but otherwise there's no other way to get in or out besides that balcony and where you guys are standing at the door.
Okay.
The two ogres that are standing guard look at you questioningly.
Hey guys, don't mind us. We're just gonna go in the tower, talk to our dude for a minute, and we'll be right back out.
What? Didn't I talk to him earlier?
No,
There's-
we didn't actually. We
Oh,
need to
no?
talk to him.
Oh, I guess I remember wrong. What?
That's all right, man. It's all right. It's been a long day. I get you. We'll just be right back.
Well, hold on. I open door for you. And you see, he has a key ring, and it has 2 keys on it. And he, looks at both of the keys for a long time, and then he tries one key into the door, and it doesn't work, and he pulls it out. And then you see him shift one key over, and then he shifts
Can I
to the
inspire
other
him?
key. You gonna inspire him?
I mean, no, I'm not going to. But I'm about to.
And then you see him choosing between the 2 keys, and he puts the same key in the keyhole again that he just tried and didn't work. He's like, oh, he doesn't work. And the other one's
Oh
like,
man.
give him that here, I'll try. Give me that key. And you see him searching, and he's like thinking for a second, looking at it, and then after about 5 minutes, he finally gets the right key in the keyhole. After they're like arguing and pulling the keychain out of each other's hands and trying it, like, no, dummy, try this one. And then he used the same key, and finally the door creaks open, and inside you hear what sounds like almost like panting, like coming from the darkness.
Hey guys, think we should give him a minute? Like maybe he's just about to finish.
And then
Oh God.
you hear from inside. You hear Ulthastan's voice, like, "Are you letting me out?
No.
Free me! There's great evil in this tower. Please, take me anywhere else. You know not what you do."
No,
What
we're
great
gonna
evil.
we're gonna let you out, but we need to ask a couple questions first.
No, please. You don't understand. I cannot be here. Nightfall is approaching.
What I don't understand is why you just don't answer the question so you can get out of here.
Okay, let me out first, and I will answer your questions.
No, not happening, buddy. Not happening, buddy. You answer the
Yeah.
questions.
And from above, you hear from the darkness, "Yes, Ulthastan, answer their questions."
Holy shit.
Even I agree with this this creepy ass voice coming out of there. You might want to answer quick, buddy.
Florison, I think we might have bigger issues right now. Ovalstan, you stay right there.
Yeah.
He's on our side. He's saying the same thing we're saying. What's he gonna do?
You kill all of us. Aravan, you wanna
Yeah.
detect that real quick?
Yes, that's a good plan. I will I will use my
You guys are making a big deal out
What's
of this.
the name
for no
of it?
reason.
Your divine
what's
sense.
the name of it?
I don't know.
Yeah,
it
divine
does sound
sense.
pretty creepy.
Erevan, you call on your divine sense, and you feel the presence of undead above you.
Okay, we got undead in the room. Interesting.
Yeah.
In the room?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Close
oh
the
boy.
door behind you, my new pets.
Yeah,
No,
no.
We will. Okay, so we just need to talk to this guy real
So
quick.
Florison, hang on. I'm gonna pull out my holy symbol, and I'm going to cast daylight on it.
Hey.
All right. So you grab your holy symbol. Do you remember what the command word was?
Zenith.
All right. You grasp your holy symbol. You say Zenith, and immediately it explodes into sunlight and hits every corner of the room, and you hear like a hiss go up from above you, and behind Ulthastan, it looks to be two like moon elf females, but the skin and the flesh is hanging weird from their bodies. It's pale, colorless, like it's been drained of all blood, and you didn't notice them behind Ulthastan, but as soon as you cast it, they pull up their arms, and you can see that they're shying away from the light, and they're about.
So,
Caravan, you're hurting this.
They're like sensitive. I mean, they're not burning into ash. They're just covering their eyes, putting their
I
eyes.
run up there and I try and shield them from the light.
dude, Florison, calm the fuck down.
Done. It's already done, man. I'm doing it.
All right. So Florestan uses kind of his cloak to kind of cover them up. It's like, that's better. And Ulthastan, like immediately when you get close to him, he like hugs you tight, and he's trying to look like he's trying to kind of put you in between him and the two moon elves.
Hey, you sit right there in the corner.
No.
You sit right there in the corner. I made
No,
some
dude,
friends. I
look.
want to talk to them.
No, we must leave this place.
You calm your ass down and sit in the corner right
You
now.
know, Blagothicus put you in here. I'm sure he had a good reason.
Oh, he didn't know. He didn't know Sandersil was in here. Please, we must leave before she drains us all.
If you don't sit down right now, I'm going to step away and she's going to do it to you right this second.
And you hear from above the same voice, much higher this time, and much higher in the balcony, or much higher in the tower. And she says, "It's the light. Turn that light off."
I'm not turning this light off until I know who you are and what it is you're doing here.
And then she's like, "Do you not serve the cult of the dragon?"
I'm an ally of Talus the White, but she has told me nothing of you.
Yes, Talus the Weak. She knows nothing of me. They and their highborn elves think that they are better than us moon elves. But she was never powerful, and neither was her family. They lacked discipline and determination to carry out the cult's ways instead, wanting to do business and trade. This is not the way of the cult of the dragon.
And what is the way of the cult of the dragon?
To bring the queen of the dragons back to this pitiful world.
Is that what you want?
It is what we all want.
So, do I need to make a religion check to know who the Queen of the Dragons is? Or do I know?
No, I think you guys have...
We've seen...
Yeah, you guys have
Tiamat.
seen enough
We've seen enough.
text and stuff to know she's talking about
Okay.
Tiamat.
So you know that as soon as this queen of yours arrives in this world, you have no place in it.
My place is with the cult. We will rule this under her command. And
Yeah,
their
but that's
will
what I'm
be
saying,
ours.
though. That's what I'm saying. You have no place. You're going to be worse off than you are now under this dictatorship.
Yeah, you are.
She's gonna-
Last I checked, you're not a dragon.
The way of the living will be gone from this earth. And we will bring the dragons, just like Sam Master did, and raise them to Dragoliches. This is the true path of the cult.
See, let me offer you option B, okay? So we don't do that, and then we take you and your group, find somewhere for them, and you can be safe and happy, and no one's gonna boss you around. You can do whatever you want.
Floristan, we're dealing with some kind of ancient, intelligent undead. A lich or a vampire or something like that. Somehow I doubt you're going to convince them to give up their evil ways so easily.
It's sentient. I can convince them. So we don't want Tiamat back. That's one thing that we fundamentally disagree on. But I've been around the world. I can tell you that there are places where you can do whatever you want. You will be happy, and I can help you do that.
I think the only thing that's going to make them happy, Floristan, is if the queen comes back. So that fundamental difference you were talking about is a big...
Hey, shut up. Hey, shut up.
Oh, man. How long do I let this go for?
Look, me and you.
How long
Me and
do I
you.
let this go for, Lathander?
I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name. My name is Floristan the Bard. You've heard of me. I'm famous. What's your name?
An otter preserved me from the follies of idiots.
I can see your blood is tainted with human. But
Whoa, you calm the fuck down. My name is Floristan, okay? I'm talking to you person to person. What is your name?
Tainted with the blood of humans. More like tainted with the blood of elves.
Coming from
Wait, aren't you a half-elf too?
Yeah!
Yes,
like
he is.
elves.
He's not happy about it.
He's not.
He's not happy about it. He chose the other side. I am Sandalsil Morgia. Leave Ulthastan here for me to feed on, and perhaps we can talk another time.
Sandalsill, I can bring you food. I can bring you food. That's not a problem.
Tell your friend to turn off his lights, please.
I tried telling him that as soon as he did it.
You know, I'm not really comfortable turning off the sunlight. What do you think, Brom?
Oh, no. The sunlight stays on. at least for right now.
Yes, it's
Do you
much better to
see?
see than not to see.
Do you see how it's affecting this person I'm talking to, though? We need to come to some sort of
Do you
agreement
see how
because
that
they're not
person
going
we're
anywhere.
Do you see how
They're
that- I
not
can
going
make them go
anywhere.
away.
I can make them go away. There is no question about that. I can make them go away real quick.
Yeah.
That's-
Why though? What purpose would that serve? As opposed, okay, your option is to get rid of them. My option is to work with them and to have them help us achieve what we want. And
Okay. Would you work? Hang on. Would you work with Talus? Hey, are you an ally of Talus the? Not Talus. Are you an ally of Resmir the Black?
Resmir is who requested my presence in this castle.
Yeah, thought so. So I suppose that you would know something about the children of the giant who runs this castle. The dead children.
Why don't you ask your dear captain here?
So,
Captain, well, we can make a deal. We'll take you out of here, but you answer all our questions.
You hear from the door the two ogres like, "Hey, you guys done? Still in there? Okay, I closed
We're
door."
still here.
Hey, hang on.
no.
Do not close the door.
please don't do
He's
that.
starting to close the door.
Actually, could you guys get in here for a minute?
I'm gonna-
No, dark, scary.
Okay.
It's light.
Oh.
Look at
I
this.
don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, and then you shine in his eye like, oh, my eyes. Alright, here, one of them's trying to close the door. You want to try to prop it open?
I'm gonna run up and
I'll
Yeah,
try
cast.
to.
I can cast unseen servant and just have him stand in the door.
Okay.
And before it
Um,
just crushes him.
How much more are we going to get out of these people? They're friends of Resmir the Black. Othelstan knows where the Giants' kids are. They obviously don't like Resmir, or who's your face? Talus the White.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Talus either.
Well, I
That's
don't
something
either.
that we can
She's
agree on.
She's an ally, so
I think there's another question though, which is, if we leave here, will the enemy be back when we return? Will the
Oh, I don't plan on leaving them here.
What do you plan on doing with them?
Oh, this, and I'll cast. I'll use my channel divinity to turn undead, and therefore destroy undead if they're under half.
I seriously doubt they're under CR1.
It's fine.
You're just gonna piss him off, man. Here,
Alright.
Dan wouldn't even let me roll to try and convince him. Then you're just gonna kill him.
Okay, everyone, roll for initiative.
Alright, 30 feet, wisdom save. So, the voice from above seems like she's too far off,
Okay.
but the two moon elves in front of you are close enough to be affected. So,
If
Still
I'm
means that
shielding,
They
if
can't
I'm
get in
shielding
close.
them though, does that still work?
no, not for 30. Yeah, it's 30 feet.
So,
No.
good try though.
It was a wisdom save, right?
Yes.
19 and a nat 20.
But you have the daylight spell.
Daylight does not count as sunlight.
Right.
Yeah, it's just light.
It's really
Starlight
stupid.
spells.
It is quite possibly the most useless third level spell in the game.
Good thing we can cast it for free
Once per day.
once per day. That's all you'll ever need it.
And it does dispel any darkness spell of third level or lower.
Yeah, there is no darkness spell. It's pitch black in this tower. Or when it was when you guys came
And
in.
I suppose none of these undead are spellcasters with the darkness spell?
You don't know. But
Yeah.
Yeah, we're about to find out.
My point exactly.
What happens when they both save? Anything?
Nope. Nothing
They are
happens.
totally fine.
Okay.
They're totally fine and pissed off and standing right next to me.
Yeah, they are.
I got this.
Brahm, what the hell do you think you're doing, man? I'm talking to these guys.
Your holy symbol holds no power here, cleric.
Oh boy.
And you see the two moon elves at the base of the tower. They're like coming towards Floristan and Othelstan.
Floristan, you're gonna need to get behind me.
Yeah. Not the best plan there.
No, what are you
Othelstan-
guys doing?
Othelstan interrupts. He's like, we must leave this place. We beg your pardon, Lady Morgia. We will bring back fresh kill for you.
Nope.
I'm going to draw my big sword.
Which one? The sentient one?
Yes.
Oh God.
All right, so you pull the great sword, and you feel like a jolt through your arm, and it almost feels as if your arm is flexing for a second and then relax, and immediately the voice comes in your head and to battle, to battle.
So it seems.
Kill all the humans in front of you.
No, not the humans. The undead.
And like everyone's just talking out loud, and you guys are like, "What the?" All you hear is, "Not the humans, the undead."
Taking a mental note, and he sword away from Arabic.
Can I cast Charm Person on his sword?
No, I'm sure it has to be a like a humanoid or something like that.
No, it does. It's a creature, but still.
Yeah.
It's a creature?
Dude, I didn't read the spell. It's a
See?
humanoid.
He's
Humanoid.
making shit up.
Guys, chill. We're not fighting these guys. We're not fighting right now. Stand still. Look, we're just here to talk. All right. These douchebags didn't mean it when they tried to banish you.
Then speak, then, elf. Leave me all to stand and satiate my hunger.
Nope.
So, I wanna start speaking in Elvish. Do other people here know Elvish?
Yes, Aravan knows Elvish.
I believe I know Elvish.
Yep. Well, I do it anyway. Say,
No, Elvish and Dwarvish.
listen, stand still. I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you. We don't agree on the direction of the cult of the dragon, but I can make your life better. Do you like this tower?
Not particularly.
No, of course not. Of course not. It's a little tower with a little room in the darkness, and you're confined to it. You have to rely on other people to bring you food, and I can give you much better conditions than what you have right now.
Floristan, what do you think she eats?
She eats what I can get her to eat.
She eats people.
Because that's what we feed her.
That's what she feeds herself.
What is your favorite food?
She doesn't know better. I can tell her that there are other things to eat than people, and then she'll realize that eating people is wrong.
I don't think that's how that works, buddy.
How many times have you tried to do that? No, please tell me. How many times have you tried to educate someone and change their ways?
Listen,
be
buddy.
lying
I have
right
educated
now.
people. I have changed their ways. In fact, I have been educated and had my ways changed. We're not gonna do it on her.
You guys aren't. You're not even giving me a chance here. You're not even giving me a chance. You're not giving them a chance. And look at you, Brom. So quick to kill something after all this talk about not killing.
I'm protecting a life that is going to get this castle moving.
I should also point out that you can't kill something that's not alive.
What is dead may never die.
Pay the iron price.
We're not killing them. We're just putting them down.
Okay, so you can word it. You can use words however you want. They exist here, and you're trying to make them not exist. To me, that's killing them. I don't care what the hell you say. I do not want to hurt these things.
When Aravan is talking to you and he's like, "We're not killing them, we're putting them down," and the sword speaks in your mind and says, "Yes, kill. Let us kill them all."
God fucking damn! I just said we're not killing them. We're putting them down.
The one next
All right,
to you
Aaron,
wears
we're
no
gonna have a long
armor.
talk about this sword of yours, okay?
The one next to you wears no armor.
You can't hear it. You can't hear the sword's crazy shit.
Slide me into his heart.
We can't
No.
hear. We
Let me
hear
drag
your
you.
crazy.
You say
shit,
I'm not
that's it.
killing them all.
But exactly. It wants me to kill you all, but I'm not doing that.
Right, so I'm going to take the sword away from you so you don't have to worry about that anymore. Okay, but right now we need to deal with the dead things in front of us. Floristan, you need to take them to the door, and then you don't have to be here. You don't have to be here.
Actually, I kind of think we're going to need Floristan.
I stand between you guys. I stand right here facing you.
Floristan, god damn it! If you get yourself killed, it's not my fault.
Captain Othelstan is like trying to move around. He's like, let's get out of here.
Oh, if that's Captain Othelstan, yeah, he can go. I don't care about him. I'm gonna stand in front of these guys.
All right, the two moon elves regard you curiously, and they're kind of like looking at you. They have these just kind of vacant looks in their eyes. Their ears
Moon
are
elf.
particularly long, and
Brother, sisters, can you hear me?
who are you talking to?
These moon elves.
Okay, and they look at you, and from above, the voice almost seems closer, but just out of range of the daylight, and you hear the same raspy female voice, and she says, "You can address me. These are my servants."
Okay, I'm addressing you now. So, these guys want to hurt you. You need to give me a reason that they shouldn't do that. Look at me. I'm trying to protect you right now, but you need to give me something.
I need not your protection. I have lived for millennia. To think that you could defend one as such as I is foolish.
To think that you would turn down help is foolish.
Right, so while they're doing this, I'm going to step back to the doorway. Is the doorway still open?
Yeah, someone left it ajar.
So I'm going to sort of knock on the doorway and sort of lean out to the ogres and say, "There are vampires in here. One of you go get Plagothkus. The other come in here."
Oh, vampire! Oh no! Close the door and lock it.
Oh, come on!
Thanks for that.
All right, do a persuasion for one of them, like to go get help.
Okay.
Go on, Evan. Go on, Mr. Charisma.
I got a pretty good persuasion.
I am going to cutting words.
Oh no.
Roll d8, so -3 from that.
Floristan,
Sorry.
we do
All
not
right.
understand your taste in women.
So, Erevan, you rolled a 24.
You don't need to.
Floristan cut that by 3 to make it a 21.
God damn it, Floristan.
What is persuasion, by the way? What main stat?
That's
Charisma.
Usually it's opposed to either by an insight check or a charisma save.
Let's do charisma save. So first
Oh,
ogre
great. Yeah, they're so charismatic.
rolls a 9. Second ogre rolls 8. Well, you never know. If I rolled a nat 20, then maybe one of them.
It's true. It's true.
Considering they have a -2 in charisma, they
Yeah.
won't ever beat 21. So
That's a good point. All right. So one of them's looking at like,
Oh, you lock door. I'll go get Blagothkus.
no locking door.
and then one goes off, and he looks like he's gonna go get help. The other one starts pushing the door closed, and you see him like looking at the 2 keys again, and he like holds the door halfway closed. He's like holding it, and he's looking at the keys, and he sees in a dilemma again about which key to use to lock this door.
Oh, let's see. This key should work.
When are you guys gonna stop him,
So,
or are we
I'm
just gonna
gonna-
let this happen?
Oh, one key
I'll,
for
cast
open
my
and
hand and
the
try
other
to
key
snap
for
it.
close.
I don't fancy making an opposed strength check against an ogre.
I'm gonna, regardless, cast Mage Hand and try to snatch the keys out of his hand.
All right, let's do a sleight of hand. Or how about this? You
what's
can
the,
use like your spell attack, not DC, your
bonus?
spell attack bonus as a mage hand modifiers.
24.
Okay. We'll just do like a dex 14. Okay. So you snatch the key like,
Hey, one of those is for locking, one for open.
Good to know.
That doesn't sound right at all.
Okay, I close door, you lock from inside, okay?
You got it, bud.
and he pushes
Sure
the door.
thing.
He pushes the door closed.
Oh,
Is
good.
there a keyhole on the inside?
Nope. Yeah, there's a key.
And I hope we don't hear a click when the door shuts.
I mean, no, it just latches shut, but you don't think he has another key.
Oh wait, I know how we can get Blagathkas. I'm within a mile of Fealty, right? And Fealty is in the castle. I am going to telepathically tell Fealty to go get Blagathkas and tell him that there are vampires in the tower.
Okay. So you
Oh,
send that.
so your dog can talk now, huh?
Oh yeah, she could talk.
Yeah.
Remember, she talked initially, like a long time ago.
I guess I don't remember that.
Yeah. All right. So
Go get help.
Othel still like he's like looking around and looking up, trying to find where Lady Morgia is above him, and you see he's just like backing up, and eventually he just bumps into Grimmeth, and he's like, "Oh, why is the door closed? We must leave this place, please."
Yeah, I don't think the ogres are okay with that.
Oh, Blagathkas does not
Staying in
know
here
of
until
her
we leave.
of her presence here.
Well, she will soon enough. Sorry, he will soon enough.
Well, we got you here. I've got a question for you. Where did you put the kids for the Cloud Giant, by the way?
They're in a cavern. Where are we now? We're in Parnast, are we not? The Grey Peak Mountains?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, we haven't moved. We haven't moved.
Yes, we took them in a cavern nearby.
Can you tell us exactly?
I will show you. Just please, I will show you the way.
Buddy, you're not getting out of this castle.
Afraid
You
it's
can tell us.
it's not an option.
Well, what reason do I have to help you if you will just leave me to die at the hands of this
Who said
creature?
we're leaving you to die? None of us, it seems, can exit this room until we kill the vampires.
Excuse me?
That's what it looks like to me.
One, the vampires are fine. They're not hurting anybody. And two, we can get out of this room pretty easy.
Yeah.
The ogres close the door on us.
I've got the keys.
You
Yeah,
think
but they're
you think that I can't convince them to open the door?
You couldn't convince the vampires to be our friends.
Because Dan won't let me roll for it.
It matters not.
Who's Dan? Forrester, are you feeling okay? I've got Aravan over here talking to a sword, and you're talking to a Dan. What's going on?
Hey! If you had to deal with this sword, trust me, you'd be talking to it too. It is a real asshole.
It would be on the top of a mountain because I would have thrown it off when the castle was flying. That's what would happen if you let me deal with the sword. But
Oh,
no,
yeah, great
Aravan has to
plan.
have the sword.
Great plan! And then someone comes along and like, some peasant comes along and like, oh, look, a sword! Oh my god, now I'm gonna murder people with it!
Yeah,
You know, I
climb
can't-
the top of a mountain. Sure.
I
Yeah,
can't
that's
think of a
exactly
better time to argue about this than right now.
yes.
So let's keep it going.
Right.
You know,
and I can't
you've
think of a
got-
better
you know
time
what?
to convince vampires to join our
Guys.
team.
Floristan,
Fucking focus.
Floristan, there at least you have a point. We need to do something other than arguing right now. And I'm going to charge and attack the nearest
I
enemy.
am going to polymorph him.
As he's running.
I'm going to counterspell that. Fourth level counterspell.
There you
Okay,
guys
well,
go. Breaking
let's
apart at the seams.
Let's resolve it. So first, I cast polymorph, and we need to roll for this
Yes.
because it's a
No,
level 4
actually I
spell.
don't, because I'm casting it at 4th level. So it automatically fails.
God damn it! We just burned there is a fucking vampire on the. How are we burning 2 4th-level spell slots?
We got this.
Okay.
It's gonna be fine.
So that didn't work. So I'm gonna run up in front of Aravan.
Alright, so go ahead and go and roll
And-
initiative, and then we'll
Do
resolve
I
the
get
spells.
do I get a surprise round since I'm the one who decided
No.
to attack?
No.
No.
You're not particularly stealthy when you start rushing towards something.
I'm gonna try cracking open the door just to make sure that the ogre isn't like leaning against it or something.
Wait your turn, Grimmeth.
I still have the invisible servant in there.
Oh, the unseen
Oh, yeah.
servant. Yeah, you do have him at the door.
It's at the doorway.
Yeah. All right, so Aravan, this kind of works out because you did rush forward.
Mhm.
All right, and
So
wait a
first,
minute.
so before I rush forward,
Mhm.
I'm going to use my free item interaction
to
to
do.
pull out my warhammer.
So you're dual wielding greatsword and
No, no.
warhammer.
No, I'm just pulling out the warhammer and tossing it over to
To Othelstan.
because I assume he doesn't have a weapon on him.
No, he does not.
You're arming him.
So you're gonna throw a warhammer to him.
You know, even if he doesn't catch it, I'll underthrow. So you know,
Oh,
worst case,
yes.
he can just run throw
I'm
it
glad you
forward
said
and grab it.
All right,
So he doesn't immediately hit me with it, you know.
he'll do.
So that's my free item interaction.
All right, he catches it easily.
Okay.
Why
Okay.
didn't I think of harming the prisoners?
You know what? Right now, I don't think we have a choice. Then I will bonus action, Divine Favor.
All right.
So my weapon now deals an extra 1d4 radiant damage on each hit.
When you cast Divine Favor on your sword, you hear a howl inside of your head. It screams in agony.
Yeah, deal with it.
And it says, "It burns." And
Deal with it.
You go to swing, and the sword doesn't want to swing, and it's fighting against you.
Come on!
And it's like howling at it. It's like, ah.
You don't want to do this, buddy. I will shatter. I will break you. I will take you to the blacksmith and have you melted down into iron ingots.
Do
What the fuck are you talking to?
It's going crazy, man.
Yeah, you see Aravan like struggling to swing his sword. You need to do
Opposed charisma checks?
Yes, let's do. Yeah, because your spellcasting ability is charisma, right?
Yeah, charisma. Can it be charisma saves?
No.
No
Damn it.
+3 for you.
Yeah, it would have been a plus
Or
11.
+5.
Now it's only +4.
It's got to beat a 5. All right,
Well.
you roll a 23.
So much whining for.
You roll a 23, and the sword slashes down at this moon
Perfect.
elf in front
Okay.
of you.
Here's my 2 attacks. There's a 13 hit.
13 does not. She dodges it. 10.
I'm going to. I didn't want to.
For some reason, as you're swinging the sword, it's like changing course midair
I'm
almost.
going to use my channel divinity to use guided strike. So that's a 20, not a 10.
And just remind me your god's alignment, Aminatra's alignment.
Lawful neutral.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's why I don't think there's a reason that you would have a problem with this sword. I mean, it's evil, but it's not like it's chaotic evil.
You don't know that.
That's true.
You do your channel divinity, you get +10 bonus, and that is for what, the 10? So the second attack.
Yeah.
Okay. 20 hits for 15 damage.
Okay. Plus 1d4 radiant damage.
Okay. Ooh, nice.
That's another
Nice
4
count.
radiant damage. Plus
Good.
1d4 necrotic damage. Oh, wait, no. It's wounded. That happens on its turn.
Oh,
Yeah.
the wounding.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was your rush forward. Grimmith, you had counterspelled Floorstan's
That's
polymorph.
reaction. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now we're at your regular turn, Grimmith.
Well, at my regular turn, I will, as I said, I'll try to crack the door open, see that it's still free to open, kind of thing.
Okay, you go to push the door open, and it opens about 2 or 3 inches, and it bumps into something, and you hear the ogre like, "Hey, watch it."
I've still got a servant in there,
great.
man.
Where's your unseen servant? I thought he was like,
He's like in
I thought
in
he
the
was
crack.
like
No, he's in
prying
the
door
crack.
open.
No, he's in like the crack of the door. So like, if they try and close it, he'll get smushed.
well, then he would have got smushed when the ogre closed it the first time. But he doesn't like die. He doesn't dissipate, does he?
I don't.
How
know.
much health does he have?
I don't even.
I
Think
mean-
he's got an AC of 10. 1 hit point.
Yeah, we'll just say he just got pushed, like
Okay.
pushed inside. So he's standing.
It's not
next
like
to
he
Jim.
slammed the door or slammed it closed. He just pushed it.
Yeah, he
closed.
just pushed him.
All right. So with that, I'll chuck out a magic missile for 13 damage.
13 damage to this one. She gets hit by the magic missile.
It's force damage,
All right, good.
and I will stay right here.
Okay,
that'll
Florstan,
that'll be it.
your turn.
Okay. As a bonus action, I'm gonna tell my unseen servant to run over and pick up that axe that douchebag threw.
No. The guy caught it.
Got
Oh, he caught it.
Yeah, he
Okay.
caught the warhammer. Was it warhammer? Or axe?
Okay.
Warhammer, yeah.
Okay.
Well, then as a bonus action, I'm gonna go have him go and try and take it out of his hands. So I'm assuming.
Floristan totally got hit with a charm person, didn't he?
I'm gonna need to roll for that, right?
You're gonna go. So you're going over to Ulthulstan and trying to take the warhammer out of his hands.
That's what this unseen servant is doing.
Oh, the unseen servant. Got it. Okay.
So the unseen servant can only lift up to 10 pounds, I think, so I assume it has a pretty bad athletics check.
Well, his strength is 2.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
the
try
mod-
anyways.
Yeah, the modifier's 2 or the strength is 2.
It says hit point 1 and strength of 2.
Oh, boy.
Jesus.
So that's
So that's a
-4.
modifier of minus
Minus what is it?
4.
14.
All right, so you roll a 14. Let's get
Yeah,
Ulthelstan to see if he
what'd
can
he
hold
roll?
on to it. Ulthelstan
Okay.
rolls a 5. Yep, so your unseen servant yanks it out of his hands. Not so
God
much
fucking
yanks,
damn
but
it,
almost just like kind of
Florestan.
lifts it out of his
We
hands.
can't see the the servant, by the way.
Yeah, Ken.
So we just
So
see
now-
this axe fall, or this hammer fall out of Othelstan's hands, and it's floating around now.
Well, just it pulls up and hovers over his hands, and he's like, "Oh, the vampire's magic is strong. We must flee this place."
Oh, shit, vampires can do that.
And then I'm gonna have him move away from the captain. Just
Okay.
like 5 more feet.
All right.
And then for my action, I am going to hold an attack on Erevan
Whoa.
with my scimitar. No, I'm not gonna do that. I am not gonna do that. I'm not that convinced. I'm just gonna run over here and end my turn.
Okay, and I'll assume it does not take an attack of opportunity on Florestan.
No, he does not take an attack of opportunity.
So speaking of attacks of opportunity, Captain Othelstan leaves the warhammer to float, and he rushes past you, Grimmeth, and he lowers his shoulder to barge into the door. Would you like an attack of opportunity on him? It's obvious to see what he's doing, like he's trying to charge the door to like get out of here. And he seems really scared.
Well, let's see if he can.
Okay.
I'm gonna let him.
All right. So he's going to lower his shoulder into the door. He hits the door with a 7 strength. On the other side, you hear, "Ooh!" Big ogre still hasn't gotten out of the way after this door smacked him twice in like the foot or heel. And he rolls a nat 1 plus 4.
Man.
So he rolls a 5. So you hear him stumble, and Captain Othelstan succeeds in getting the door pried open. And he like blunders through. Grimmeth, you can choose to do an attack of opportunity if you'd like, since he's moved
Just
out
gonna
of
let
here.
him go, huh?
It's up to you.
Yeah, because I can punch him.
What? You don't have Warcaster?
No,
Throw a spell at him.
I can't throw a spell at him. I don't have my dagger out.
The ogre turns to try to grab him. 15. He grabs Captain Othelstan's purple cape that's already tattered, and he grabs it and gets a hold of it. But Othelstan, out of fear, has already caught a lot of speed, and the cape just rips off of its little clips that was holding it onto his armor.
Wait, we left him in his armor? What?
Yeah, you
Hey
guys
guys, this
haven't.
is going great.
You guys haven't stripped him
This is-
of anything.
This is legitimately terrible.
This is going great. Thanks, guys.
All right, and then whose turn
I
is
will
it next?
deal with
Brom.
Can we just leave?
We can, yeah. We can just leave. I mean, Erevan might have a problem with it, but
You gonna murder these guys, Brom?
The vampire spawn?
Yep.
Yeah.
You gonna kill these sentient beings right in
Might
front
want
of
to
you? that
focus
run away?
fire on the one I'm hitting.
Why don't we go kill everyone's mom after this too? Just kill everything.
God fucking damn it, Florestan.
No, I mean if we just want to kill everybody, then that's
Florestan,
cool.
they're part
It's
of the
just-
cult.
I mean, that's our mentality now, isn't it?
Yeah, that's too much free talking,
When-
Florestan. You can tell by Florestan's eyes that he is deeply troubled by the actions that have transpired in here. That's Brom in his 22 perception, or 24, whatever the hell it is.
It's only gonna get better. It's
Yeah.
only gonna get better.
You can hear the
Oh.
inner turmoil in Florestan just by looking into his eyes.
Yeah. God damn it, Florestan.
So?
It's
Seriously,
murder time.
It's not murder.
you wasted your turn and you made us burn 2 4th level spell slots.
You
fine, it's
armed
fine,
the
it's
prisoner.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything is good. Everything is fine. I'm going to use my 30 feet to move there. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt at the one that Erevan is engaged with.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
26.
Okay. 26 definitely hits. All right, so about average 9 damage.
Yep.
Radiant damage, right?
Radiant damage, correct.
And the first attack on it has advantage.
Yes.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Vampire spawn.
Oh dear.
You're on your own, dude.
First attack. Let's see, 13 to hit.
13 will miss.
Okay. Second. So the first attack is she slashes out.
Oh, don't forget about her taking 1d4 damage.
Yeah, well, we're not at her yet, but
Oh, okay.
so the first attack, this one above you closes the distance, slashes out with her arm. And it's like these long, sharp fingernails. The one in front of you, Erevan, will also lash out at you. Now, this is with the claw, and it's at disadvantage, right?
Why would it be at disadvantage?
Wasn't the next attack?
No, my next the
Your
next
next
attack
attack.
on her has
I see.
advantage.
All right.
So first off, she takes the 1d4 necrotic damage.
All right, go ahead and roll the damage, 1d4. So she took two necrotic. And then first attack, 21.
21 will hit.
All right. So,
I'd like to cutting words that though. So we'll go ahead and take a D8 off of that
Okay.
for my last bardic inspiration.
Ooh, an 8.
Okay, so that misses.
All right. She whiffs on that one. Her second attack.
You're welcome.
Yeah,
And
thank
that
you.
1 plus 6. All right, so she fails. Yeah, she failed on that one. Okay.
Hang on, she makes a con save to see if she.
All right,
the
that's
wound
what I
ends.
was. Con save coming up. An 11.
11 is a fail. Has to be it. You need a 15.
All right. So what happens?
So she's still wounded.
All right. Let's see. So Erevan, before your turn, you hear a loud voice coming from outside. The raspy voice above you. She hisses. She goes, and you hear her like scuttling higher up into the tower. And from outside, you can hear Blagothkus's voice.
Oh, perfect. Hopefully, Bukothkus caught the captain.
I'm sure he did.
Can we
Just in
see
case,
Blagothkus?
I will telepathically tell Fealty that the captain escaped. If you haven't caught him yet, go grab him and tell Blagothkus.
Fealty's with Blagothkus.
Right.
All right, so Brahm and Grimmeth, what you see is when Ulthostan's like running away from you, and the ogre ripped his cape. He's like looking back at the ogre as he's ripping his cape, and as soon as he faces forward to run, a huge hand just palms his face and lifts him off the ground. And you see Blagothkus lifting Ulthostan up all the way up towards his face, and he brings Captain Ulthostan's face close to him as he's palming his head and says, "Where are you running to, little man?" Erevan, it's your turn.
Okay. So, first attack on the one that I have advantage on.
Okay.
God damn it.
10 does not hit. She
Oh,
dodges
wait. That's a... it doesn't matter. Still would miss. It was the wrong weapon, but it doesn't matter. The attack would...
Oh,
well, it would
okay.
actually be an
Attack
it would actually be an 11 because I have a plus one weapon. But
that's
still,
true.
that's gonna miss. Okay, second attack.
26 definitely hits. All right,
Okay.
16 damage.
Plus 1d4, and that's a second wound on her.
And the greatsword, you hear it just like kind of laughing or cheering with glee as it goes, "Yes, more, finish her."
That's a good plan, actually. I'm gonna throw in a smite,
Okay.
and she's undead, so that's actually 3d8. That's another 14 radiant damage.
Ooh, nice. All right. Yeah, she's hanging on by a thread here. You see like deep wounds opening up. They're not healing. And she's just kind of mindlessly staring at you. She's not really making a lot of facial expressions, I guess.
And she's gonna take 2d4 necrotic damage at the start of.
Okay. We'll roll that at the start of her turn. Well, what else would you like to do?
That's my turn.
Grimmeth.
All right. I'm just gonna chuck a firebolt at the one just above Caravan.
Okay. Nice.
23 to hit
23 definitely hit.
and 12 fire damage.
All right. What else?
I guess I'll step out of the way of the door a little bit.
Okay.
In case anyone wants to come in, and that'll be it.
Florestan, your turn.
Okay. I'm just gonna go out as far as I can. How far can I run? I'm gonna run out the door. And can I see Blagothkus?
Oh yeah, you see Ulthostan dangling from Blagothkus' grip. Fealty's standing at his side.
Hey, Blagothkus, you caught him. Good. So we have an issue inside this tower, and I think that you might be able to help us. Can you please come in here?
First, little man tells me where my children are buried.
We actually have a lead on that. He told us they're in the cavern not far from here, and we're gonna go get them. But right now, I think that there are vampires trying to take over the castle.
The word vampire gets his attention, and he turns away. He thinks for a second. Do persuasion at a disadvantage. Not
So
performance. Is your performance the same as your persuasion?
It is. Yeah, it's plus 11.
Okay, so
So
14.
it's the same thing.
All right, so you seem to have gotten his attention with the word vampire. He still palms Ulthostan, but he kind of lets his arm hang, so Ulthostan's legs and knees kind of scrape on the ground, and he's just holding him to his side now.
Your ogre can take care of that guy. He's not going anywhere. Let's go. Let's take care of this business first, and then we can go get your kids.
All right. Any other movement? Or I guess that was 30, right?
Yeah, that's 30. I'm done.
Okay. Alright, Captain Ulthostan is palmed in Blagothkus' hand. He does not try to struggle or fight. He's not a complete fool. Brahm, your turn.
Okay. I'm going to move 30 feet, and I will cast... do I think they're wise, or do I think they're dexterous? I think they're... I'm going to cast Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead. Alright. Let's do the wisdom save.
On the one I've injured, I assume.
Yep. 15.
That fails.
All right.
That spawn is going to take 14 necrotic damage.
Alright. So you see the reverberations and unlike most undead that you fought or creatures, these vampire spawn, she doesn't cover her ears like all the other people you've used this on. And she seems to almost take it in stride, but
Yeah,
it still does knock some of the skin from her flesh.
Right. Sounds good. That's my turn.
Vampire spawn's turn. The hiss comes from above, and you hear Sandalsil calling out to her two spawn, and she's speaking in Elvish, which I guess a lot of you speak. So you just hear her say "Come, servants," and they break away from you, Aravan.
Well, she'll try. Unless she's disengaging.
Yes, that's what I meant. Disengaging. So this one disengages, goes to the edge, and then the other one disengages as well and goes.
She'll also take 6 necrotic damage.
Okay. You see how she's starting to go away. One of her toes falls off as she's going up towards the wall.
And she also has to make her Constitution save to end her
To
wounds.
see if she's still wounded.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She rolls a 13.
Nope.
All right, still wounded. So Blagothkus is out here. He comes up here and he looks in and he sees the vampire spawn. He's still palming Ulthostan with his right hand, palming his head, and he looks in and he says,
What evil is this in my castle?
That would be kind of definitional.
Blagothkus looks down at Ulthostan for a second. He rears back and then flings Ulthostan towards one of the vampires.
We might need him still.
Let's do a strength.
Oh, I really don't want to have
Rolls a 24.
Well, you can always speak with dead.
Ulthostan gets hurtled through the air. You hear him whiz by Brahm and Aravan. He whizzes past you, and he just smacks into this vampire that's about to climb. She's already been injured and wounded, and she just pancakes right on the wall, and just a blackish blue ooze kind of spurts out of her as she gets smashed into a little blob on the little stain on the wall. Ulthustan crumples to the ground after he takes the impact of the blow. And Erevan, it's your turn.
Okay, my first attack I will replace with a grapple check.
Okay.
'Cause I don't want her running.
Okay.
So that's athletics, right?
That is.
Opposed by her.
She gets to choose
12.
Dex or Athletics to counter it.
Not a good check.
It's okay. She rolls a 21.
No. Oh well.
She squirms out of your grip.
Well, I tried. Great sword.
Alright, 24 to hit.
13 slashing plus 1 radiant.
Okay.
She is now wounded.
Alright.
And I will throw on a first level smite.
Ooh.
7 radiant damage.
Okay.
And bonus action, because I remembered to do it this time, spiritual weapon.
Alright. 13.
That won't hit, will it?
No, it does not.
Oh well.
But
Popping it up adjacent to her so that if she tries to climb the wall,
okay.
I can follow her with the spiritual weapon.
Okay.
So adjacent and above her.
Got it.
So I have a bit of...
That makes sense. Okay. You're kind of cutting her off. Alright,
Yeah.
anything else?
That's my turn.
Grimmeth, your turn.
I'll just throw out another magic missile at that one that Caravan is currently in cohorts with.
Okay.
That's 4, 6, 9 force damage.
Alright. 9 force damage. Good.
And I'll just give a nod to Logothicus and step aside again.
You're like, pew, 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 look what I can do. Alright, excuse me, Florstan, your turn.
Okay. So can I get in through the door through Blogothicus?
He is a friendly, so you are allowed to pass through his space.
Okay. So I'm gonna walk in, and bonus action, I'm gonna have my buddy David, the unseen servant, come up here to me, and he's gonna hand me the axe.
Warhammer.
Okay. The Warhammer.
Sure.
And that ends my turn.
Okie doke. Alright, Ulthostan's turn. He's like coming to. He's kind of like shaking the concussion off as best as possible, but otherwise he's still sitting, but now he's sitting up.
Oh, he's alive.
Yep, he is alive. Your turn, Brom.
Oh, okay. That makes this decision a lot easier. Okay, I'll move the 25 feet up to there,
Okay.
and because I don't do it enough, I'm going to swing my mace at her.
Yeah, forgot about that. Cast mace.
I cast mace. Yeah.
17. Yep, definitely hits.
Cool. Oh, and I get to add. Ooh, that's right. I get my new fancy thing. I can add a D8 to that.
D8 of what? Radiant?
Radiant damage. Yeah.
Nice.
Now, is the
just 'cause you
initial
feel like it,
damage
right?
is the initial damage radiant from your mace?
Oh no, the initial
Okay.
damage is bludgeoning,
I
and
got
then
it.
yeah, and then the D8 would be the radiant.
Okay. So another 3 radiant damage. Nice. Okay. You made good contact on one of her arms. What else would you like to do?
That will be my turn.
Okay. All right, it's her turn now. She's cornered. She turns back, trying to figure out who to attack. Oh yeah, you're gonna
first-
do the okay.
What's the 1d2?
Don't worry
Oh,
about
who to
it.
attack.
3
She
damage.
has, hang on, she has to make her Constitution save, yeah.
Okay.
3 damage.
Does D3 and then a con save. 13.
Nope.
Still wounded. All right, she took the 3 damage, and then she's gonna lash out at Brahm.
Why? Why me?
Why
I'm not the one
me?
wounding her.
First one is a nat 1, plus 6. All right, so nat 1. So she, like, kind of gets jumbled up between you and Erevan, kind of flanking her on either side, and she doesn't get her second part of her multi-attack.
Poor thing.
Okay.
All right. So from above, you hear the scraping and skittering of like climbing, but you don't hear anything else from above you. Blagothicus, he pulls out from his belt a morning star, swings it at the he's towering over you two, and he swings his Morning Star down 23 with 23 piercing damage.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm so glad that we decided not to fight him.
Yep.
And his second attack with the Morning Star, 15. So he misses the. Nope, he did not miss. All right, so 17. All right, so he's above you, and he swings the Morning Star. First, it like crashes down into her arm, the same one you hit with her mace, and you see it like kind of fall limp, and the tendons are barely holding it down. His second swing, and you can feel the rush of air and wind between you guys as it's coming down above you, and the second swing smashes and caves her head in between her collarbone. You hear from above, you hear like a kind of a hiss, very faint from above, and Blagothus looks up and he says,
Are there more above us? How many?
At least one, and I think that's the leader.
okay. So we don't have to be in, oh, go ahead, Aravan, if you want to do anything specific.
Well, the only thing that I can do is I can direct my,
Spiritual weapon?
Spiritual weapon to climb the wall, to go up 20 feet. My bonus action.
Okay. So you're like you're going up. It's still like you can see it easily with your lit sigil. All right. What about Grimmeth? What are you guys doing?
Good question. I don't think anything right now.
Yeah.
Can't really.
Let's You're right. We'll take you guys out of
I
combat.
have something I want to do.
Oh, okay.
So if we're out of combat.
Yeah.
So I walk over to Aravan. I hand him the Warhammer.
Thank you.
I get on my knees and say, "Okay, I guess it's my turn to die. Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead. You want to kill? You want to kill everything? So here, I'm right here."
And
God damn it, you fool!
You feel the sword like vibrating in your hands, like, yes, a worthy offering, a live sacrifice. Drink his blood.
You know, the sword would legitimately like me to, and there is definitely a part of me that would like to as well after the bullshit you just pulled.
I bow my head. Go ahead. You want to kill everything? I'm right here.
So I'm just gonna shake my hand and grip the sword hard, and then I'm just gonna punch him. 1d20
Advantage
plus
on his knees.
7.
All right,
21.
21 to hit.
21 hits.
So that's 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh man.
Pow.
Okay, that was good. How about Brom? Brom, you want to go?
No.
Blagothus walks over to Ulthelstan, who's like still shaking off being thrown against the wall. He grabs him with his left hand. He put his Morning Star away. He's holding him like someone would hold a doll, where he has his hand wrapped around his chest and waist, and he looks at Ulthelstan and he says,
Where are my children?
and Ulthelstan looks up fearfully and he's like, I will show you if you let me leave this tower. I will show you the way. And Blagothus goes,
You will show me the way now.
and he grabs the arm that Ulthelstan's like pointing and talking with, and he just rips his left arm off.
Okay,
And he throws it to the side, and Ulthelstan screams in pain, and you see like the blood starting to spurt from his opening.
I'm not saying that's not an effective way of interrogating. I'm just saying it's going to kill him pretty fast.
Oh, that's where we draw the line, huh? It's okay to kill everything, but you rip someone's arm off. No, we don't want to do that.
You see,
Look. My problem is not that it's going to kill him. My problem is that it's going to kill him before we know what we have to know.
you see Ulthelstan's like kind of he's
know.
like blinking in and out of consciousness from the pain, and he's like, there's a cavern 2 miles from Parnest in the mountainside. There's where we're taking your children.
So at this point, I will walk over and spend 1 point of lay on hands here, to stabilize.
Okay, so you like cauterize the wound, like Blagothkus is holding with the left hand. He threw his Ulthostan's left arm to the side with his right hand, and you go up, you lay on hands on the wound. It seals immediately. The blood starts spurting. You see a wave of relief wash over Ulthostan's face. Blagothkus looks down at you for a second questioningly.
Didn't want him to die before he told us what we had to know, did you?
He just told us what we needed to know.
He told us a few miles out into the mountains. A lot of mountains.
I question your mercy for such a monster such as this man.
I promise you, it's not mercy. As soon as we found this cave, I'm more than willing to cut his head off myself.
Very well. He will be in your ward. Do not let him escape.
Oh, he'll kill him, all right. He has no problem killing things.
And
this is true.
Blagothkus is still just like not wanting to get involved with your guys' little squabble, and he calls out to the ogre at the door, and he says, "You, bring some of the builders, smash open these windows, fill this tower with sunlight once again." And the ogre nods for a second, and he like pauses and he looks at Grimmeth and he like holds his hand out. He's like, "Hey, I need key."
I'll toss him the keys.
All right, you throw him
Pretty sure my mage hand is still just floating right next to him almost.
You throw him the keys and he's like, "Okay, good. Both here. One for lock, one for unlock."
Yes.
And
Of course.
He puts it on his belt and he lumbers off. So you guys are there. Ulthostan is Blagothkus lets him go when he tells Aravan that this is your problem now, or he is under your ward. And Blagothkus walks out and he says he kind of steps back and he's looking up a little bit, and you can see that high above the tower it's crumbling and in bad repair, and he looks and he said he talks to you and says, "I had no idea the evil that this cult could bring into my home."
I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. We need to do something about it.
My builders
Now we-
will open the windows so this will not be a haven for vampires any longer, but I am torn between searching for my children's remains and clearing out the castle of this foul beast.
I told you, I made you a promise that I was going to find your children, and I will do that. I'll do it by myself if I have to. You're here. You should focus on clearing the castle.
Nah, not a problem. We'll find your children, you clear out the castle. Or the other way around, frankly.
I will stay here and rid ourselves of any more evil in this place. And also, we will not hold on to any more cult prisoners. We'll hide in the corners and bring evil into my home. You will go find the remains of my children, lay them to rest, and if you can, implore my wife to come back to the castle.
I promise. It will be done.
And he nods his head and he's like,
Go then. If you need anything, Cyclonius is roaming around the upper courtyard.
Thank you, Blagothkus. You rest. You rest easy knowing that we have capable hands taking care of your children.
"I will rest when my home is free of these foul creatures." And he looks up into the sky and you see him raise one arm and a lightning bolt shoots out of his arm. And it smashes into the side of the wall, and the electricity like has a flicker, and you see the first glimpse of Sandalsil Morgia as she leaps from one side of the tower to the other as it explodes in electricity and blue light, and she leaps to the other, just narrowly missing the lightning bolt.
Get out of here. I will handle this wretched creature.
All right, man. We'll do it.
Sounds
Sounds
to
good.
me.
Okay, we'll go. Bye. What are you guys doing with Captain Ulthostan? One-armed Ulthostan over here.
Yeah,
Armed Ulthostan.
so I'd suggest we tie him up, but he's only got one arm.
Yeah, what are you doing with his other arm? Anything? You gonna put it on ice?
I keep it. I keep it. I put it in my bag.
Ew.
Ew.
Toss
Yeah, I
it to
don't wanna
Lee.
do
Put it in the bag of holding.
Lee's
Yeah,
not
we
around.
We can regrow his arm.
Well, we don't need to.
I don't think
I
he'll
don't
be
think,
alive long enough for that to be an issue.
Does he only have 1 hit point?
I assume he has 1 hit point.
Oh yeah, I mean it's probably really low. You don't know exactly, but
Okay, I draw my rapier and start walking towards him.
Okay, Mr. Hypocrite. Okay, hold up here.
Well, someone's making a point.
Haha,
You-
good pun.
Okay. So, the only reason you're keeping him alive is to torment him with knowing that you're just gonna torture him and kill him later.
God, no. I've said this like 3 times now. The only reason I'm keeping him alive is to make sure that we can actually find the cave.
We can get that from him now. There's no point in torturing him any more than we have to.
Florestan, I'm sure there's lots of caverns on the side of a mountain. 2 miles from here isn't very specific. And there's lots of mountain.
Thank you, yes.
I'm just not happy about what just happened. I need to
agreed.
go.
I don't think
The
anyone
world
here
ain't
is
all
happy.
sunshine and rainbows, boy.
Frankly, neither am I, on several counts.
Florestan walks away.
Aravan, keep him alive. I'm gonna go make sure our bard doesn't leave the party.
That sounds like a good plan. So I'll grab this guy, and I guess we can tie his legs together and tie his arm to his side, and throw him on fealty.
Oh, is that how you're gonna haul him? I mean, he can walk. He can walk, but
He's got legs, dude.
yeah, it's up to you. However you want to.
Okay, I guess I'll tie his arm to his side, and
It's
You ever tried to
singular
walk with
arm.
one arm?
I'll put him. I'll use the rope as a leash, I guess.
What you really should
Tie
do.
the
since-
rope to Fealty's saddle.
Since you're becoming more and more evil with your sentient sword, you should really tie his good arm to his dead arm. That's what you really should do, and let him drag it around.
Okay,
It doesn't.
there is a difference between evil and gratuitously evil.
Uh huh.
Yeah, you're walking a line there, aren't you, bud?
When have I been gratuitously evil? Name one time I played Araven as gratuitously evil.
Okay, I'm gonna
Ready
share
to
this
kill a
video
cook?
with you.
He should have become a werebore.
All right, so you guys.
So yeah, separate note. I don't trust my sword anymore. It
Oh,
has-
just now?
Yes. Until now, it was just saying crap, and who cares if it says crap? Anyone can say crap. But now it actually interfered with me in combat.
No, it's just trying to establish dominance. So, you guys, so you guys are leaving Skyreach Castle, or did you when you're walking out, you pass by Cyclonius, who is cleaning up around the upper courtyard. If there was anything you needed.
Right now, I do not want to be part of this group. So, I kind of walk off to myself.
Yeah, so let's say Florestan, you walk off, Brahm catches up to you, and then you guys are Brahm, I guess you can see that Florestan is storming off, which you can relate to because you have stormed off from this group once before too.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, that's the half the reason why I'm going after it. Florestan, wait, hold on. I know what happened in there was not good in any sense of the word.
No, it was murder.
Murder. Understood. Right. It is my honest belief that those elves, those moon elves, had no intention of joining us or really behaving in a way that is friendly.
So, right now, I don't agree with Aravan, so I'm just going to go kill him.
That's not what I mean. That's not what I'm trying to say.
I'm listening.
Disagreements happen. Disagreements happen in this group a lot. There's a lot of people in this group that have different ideals.
What
We have to.
What would your god say if he saw someone walk up and murder someone who's not openly threatening them?
Lathander is the god of life and creativity. What you did there was try and have a creative solution to a problem we had, and I respect that. but those weren't. You use the word sentient, correct? And they were sentient. They were alive. They are alive.
I saw them moving. Yes.
Yeah, they were moving. Correct. I bet we could ask Grimmeth about magic that makes chairs move too. That doesn't mean they're alive. Those creatures were being used more as puppets for this Morgia person.
Who again was not threatening us.
They weren't threatening us directly, but she was wanting to feed on that captain in there.
And I was saying that I would get her something to eat that maybe wasn't a living human being, and maybe something that I would eat. I would give her a cow. She would eat a cow, and we would take her somewhere. But I mean, you just understand my frustration, right?
I do. That nothing happened. Nothing good happened in there. Nothing good happened in there. What we did was pointless and really time consuming. We've been summoned to Waterdeep to fight the cult, right? I mean, to get to the bottom of the murder of those men in the tavern over there. It's
yeah, my friends. So I agree. You know what? I agree. We need to do something about the cult. I'm 100% with you there. We just need to, as a group, we need to really establish what we are doing and why we are doing it, and what we plan on doing in the future. Look, I'm upset. I'm not gonna leave the group. I'm with you. It's just collectively we need to discuss our motives, our actions, and what we want to do, why we want to do it.
Agreed. But I think we should do that after hearing what the council has to say. So, what we need to do now is we need to get this castle moving. Would you agree?
Yeah. Yes. 100%.
Mm-hmm. So, and I think the best way of doing that is to get Glothgus's wife back into the castle. And it's my understanding that she went off to find the kids. If we can find the kids with her and bring them back, she'll come back. Would you agree with that?
I agree. I agree with wanting to get back the kids because it's the right thing to do.
Agree.
And it will get the castle moving. I don't agree with getting the wife because it'll get the castle moving and then we can kill more people. So I'm with you. I'm with you with getting the castle moving. It's just we need to discuss some stuff. So
absolutely,
I'll go with you guys. Let's go get the kids back, and then we'll work on everything else.
Okay.
All right. We rejoin, or I guess Grimmeth and Erevan catch up to you in the upper courtyard, and
I, with my unseen servant, try and trip Erevan.
Should I make a dex save?
Yes, you should. Oh, crit! Boy, that's a crit fail.
Crit fail.
You stumble and fall like on your shoulder and face on the ground.
And I don't even know that it was the unseen.
No, you just figure it's the rope you're holding that is tied to Othelstan.
God damn it! Push myself back up.
All right, and then you guys heading out, or is there anything in the castle that you needed?
Well, a rest would be very nice.
A rest would be nice, and we kind of searched it. I don't know if there's anything else that they can give us that will help at this point.
Okay, so you think a long rest would be what you guys want to do, and then take off early morning?
Or we can leave. We're gonna tell Glothgus we can leave, and then we stay at the hotel
tavern
that we own.
Oh yeah, that's a good point
too.
The Golden Tankard. Unless the new proprietor has renamed it.
I don't know. It seems like a good name.
It's a brand. It's a brand. We can't change the brand.
It's a chain.
Honestly, it's a pretty good name.
Although, I mean, I have the Golden Tankard on me right now.
You do.
Oh, you took it?
I'll pull it out and say what's the word? Illifarn, and pour myself a drink.
You should probably leave that in the inn. It's kind of like, big attractor.
I mean, it's a magical item. It's not
pretty
like it's
pretty valuable item.
Yeah, this is
Magic
pretty much
item.
a very important quest object, so I guess I just left. I accidentally slipped up and gave you guys, like, you're unable to drop it, just like in the video games. Like, you cannot drop this.
Like
I'm just kidding. You can do
You
whatever you
solved
want
my boost. You solved my boost puzzle.
with it. Yeah, you can do whatever you want with it.
He's gonna get drunk. Is what he wants to do with it.
You guys leave the castle, and you're leading Othelstan into the tavern, and you see Blagothkus is staying in the tower, and you hear like crashing of stone and ice as him and his ogres are busting open the crumbling tower, and you guys make it to the Golden Tankard. In there you find the rooms that you want to use and whatnot, and Othelstan is stabilized. He's still not doing so great, but he's not losing any more blood or anything like that, and he like slumps down into one of the chairs, and he says to you that, thank you for taking me out and sparing my life. The cavern is about 2 miles walk, and I suppose we're resting for the night before we head out.
That is the plan.
I cast minor illusion to make a dagger at his throat.
Florestan, what are you
Listen.
doing?
Listen, you're here because we need you. One wrong step, you cough funny. You're dead. Do you understand that?
I understand.
Look, I'm in a pissy mood right now. You better hope it gets better, because anything happens, guess who's getting the blunt of the blame?
I think he understands that he's only got one arm.
So yeah, I'll have Fealty watch over him, watch him while we sleep. I guess we'll pull shifts.
Make sure you guys are well rested. What we will face in the cavern, I must admit we've never seen it, but we will know when we get there. There is a great danger that lurks deep within the earth.
All right, and that's where we'll stop today's session.